Hey everyone, it's me again, and welcome to Faith's Faces. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Faith Grenade, and I put makeup videos here on YouTube. And, you should subscribe. It's a little button down there. There's also a bell icon next to it, and if you hit that bell, give it a little ding-a-ling, it will tell you every time I upload, which, that way, you don't miss any of this dank action. What you've stumbled across is Faith's Faces, which is usually a get ready with me or a makeup tutorial like we've got going on today. I am breaking into our palette of the month for the month of July, and it's the Kat Von D Pastel Goth eyeshadow palette. I've got my issues with this. There's some great shades in here, there's some not so great shades in here, but I hadn't really used it all that much. I'd only really used it once before, so I went ahead and made it my palette of the month and used it in the look today. This is what we've got going on. We've got a nice, soft, natural look, but this interesting sort of hazy purple and blue and pink halo eye with some graphic streak, you know, bird-like liner. Nice metallic lip. I show you how to do all of this, and I used as much of the Pastel Goth during the look as I possibly could, but there are a couple of other shadows thrown in there as well. But anyway, if you want to know how to get this crazy, easy avant-garde, purpley halo eye magic, then just keep on watching, baby. Hey everyone! Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to start with the Sonia Kashuk 109 and the shade Meow, which is right here. This kind of pinky purple shade. It's not the most pigmented thing in the world, but I can make it work. I already primed, done my eyebrows. You guys know how I do that. And I've also based my eye out with white shadow, just to make these a little bit more vibrant, which is great. Now that that's done, I'm going to take a Real Technique Space Shadow Brush, and I'm going to go in with Dope, which has got to be one of my favorite colors in this palette. It's this deep pastel purple. It is gorgeous, very pigmented, very easy to work with. And we're going to run this on the outer corner of the eye into the crease, and we're also going to put it on the inner corner of the eye, because we're doing that halo effect, right? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my accent brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to dip into Doom, which is this bright ass blue. Again, one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's beautiful. And we're going to plot this over top of that purple on the outer and inner corners, just to give it a little pizzazz. And then we're going to take our base shadow brush again, and we're going to stack the purple back on top of that blue. So basically all we're doing is we're adding a little bit more blue tone to that existing purple. It's going to deepen it up, it's going to give it a little bit more vibrancy, a little bit more life. And it's a really cool way to kind of use the shadows you're given to almost create new colors, if that makes sense. This is the point in the halo eye where things started to go a little awry. I wanted to do a center lid pop of like a very duochrome, you know, white purple flash color. I thought that would be really pretty, and it turns out the shade I picked to do that with was not the best choice initially in terms of shadow quality. So I wanted to do that, and I wanted to keep using Kat Von D products. And I was like, I know, I'm gonna use the Alchemist palette. It's got a purple duochrome color. That'll work beautifully. Well, friends, let me tell you something. It did not. It did not work beautifully. The color in this palette that I speak of is Ultraviolet Amethyst. I tried using this wet. I tried using it with glitter glue. Nothing worked. It was not getting consistent pigmentation. It was patchy. It was, you know, chunking off, and it was just not good. I reached into my Giella Cosmetic shadows and pulled out Temple Thieves from the Prince collection that my friend Jess did with Giella. These are still available. All you gotta do is email her at 911makeup@gmail.com and she will hook you up. Tell her Faith Grenade sent you. But this is exactly the kind of shadow I'm looking for, only it doesn't suck. We are going to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray to dampen my brush. Just a smidge. I'm gonna dip into my Temple Thieves shadow. And I'm gonna plus this on the center of the lid, and it's gonna look so much better than the other one did. Then, to brighten things, I am going to take the shadow that sucks, Ultraviolet Amethyst, and stack it on top. I'm thinking maybe this will work better stacked on top with just my finger, because these are meant to be top coats, but you know, in my opinion, an eyeshadow is an eyeshadow, and an eyeshadow should be able to be used on its own or as a transformer with other shades. See what I mean? Like, shadow's on my finger, pressing it on my lid, and it's not getting on my lid, but then when I swatch it, it shows up on my hand. What? Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take my accent brush, clean all that blue off of it. We're going to go into Dope. We're going to run Dope all the way across the lower lash line. Liner, I basically just ended up using 2 Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks stacked on top of each other. First I went in with I'm Royalty, which is going to be a pretty kind of similar color, maybe a little bit warmer than the scheme we've got going on right now. And then I stacked Abused on top, just to give that little bit of depth, a little bit more darkness, which is what we're looking for at the lash line. Clean that fallout. Woof. So I did that, and then I'm going to put on some mascara. Today I'm trying out the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara again. I'm trying to get the stuff to work for me without like flaking or smudging or what have you. So I'm going to put that on, do some of my complexion work, and then we'll come back to do these speckly things and finish the rest of the face. I am back, and my light is rapidly getting really weird, so pardon that. I think, here, let me see. Sorry if the lighting is a little bit weird. I'll get closer to you so you guys can see me. The sun is starting to come through the window, so it's either really light or really dark. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish up this look. I did my foundation already. I'm using my favorite of the moment, possibly favorite of life ever, Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation set with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, concealed with some Tarte Shape Tape. Still trying to figure out if I like this stuff or not. I've been on the fence for like 2 months. We're gonna get into the kind of speckly skid action that we've got going on. So basically, after the center lid catastrophe, I was like, I can't just leave this halo eye like this. I have to, you know, put something on top of it so it's not so shabby looking. So I am going to take Blow Pony. I'm going to take Blow Pony first from Jeffree Star. I'm going to decant some of that on the back of my hand. And then we're going to take the tip of, this is a Smashbox lip brush, really just any back end of any brush will do. And I'm going to go on the inner corner, and I'm just going to start making dots. I was like, okay, that looks kind of cool, you know, a little weird, but kind of cool. And then I took Jeffree Star Abused, which mine is getting a little bit on the thick side. Might be time to get a new one soon. But I'm going to take Abused with that same tool, and I started sort of dotting it at the wing and scattering it all over the place. And then I was like, oh, I know. So I took the other end of the lip brush, dipped it in the product, and just started drawing lines. Oops, that one was a little thick. But I just started drawing lines, pushing outward and turning those circles into sort of teardrop shapes. So that's how I did that. And now I have liquid lipstick all over my hands. But now I'm going to start to contour. In terms of contouring, really anything goes. I already used my Lorac Tantalizer Baked Bronzer to bronze up the face a little bit. And I'm going to use my Lunatick Cosmetic Labs Contour Book Volume 1 and my Royal & Langnickel Moda Collection contour brush. I'm going to mix this shade and this shade, mostly this shade, and then I'm going to contour just a smidge. Contour is done. As for blush, blush is really up to you. You can use blush or not use blush. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Rosy Pink. I love these. They smell god-awful. They were in my favorites video a couple months back. I'll leave it in the cards if y'all want to check it out. They smell awful, in my opinion, because I'm not a huge fan of coconut, and they smell like coconut. So I'm not a fan of the smell, but I'm a fan of the formula. A safe choice. And do Kat Von D's Metal Crush eyeshadow in Thunderstruck. You could use one of those, like, duochrome highlights if you want to. And now I have to put on false lashes because I totally forgot to do that. So I'm going to do that, and we will be back to do some lips. Lashes are on and lighting is getting wonkier and wonkier by the minute, so I'm going to hurry up and set first with Urban Decay All Nighter. So refreshing. Wouldn't be a Faith Grenade video if we didn't fan ourselves. So, lips. What are we going to do for lips? I don't even know. I'm first going to go ahead and slap on some Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Abused. Okay, and now that that lip is on, just for funsies, I think I'm going to do a metallic lip look. That'll be fun, right? I'm going to take my Temple Thieves shadow, and I'm going to dust it over this navy blue. Yep. And there you go. You've got a soft, subtle nude lip. I'm kidding. But I really love how that sets off this look. I wish my lighting were not so crazy. And now, without further ado, the thing I always forget to do, let's do some awkward posing. Awkward posing. Looking down. Looking forward. Looking fierce. I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt. You know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, got a couple options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!